Welcome, guys. Welcome. It's Jayreign from Akrosfx, and welcome to Monitor Mondays. If you give me a like, if you find this breakdown informative, and if you're already a subscriber, to welcome. And guys, with the technical dosage. Alright guys, so I'm going to break down a couple of pairs that here in Akrosfx we trade. Talk about the GBP USD, GBP JPY, Euro USD, Euro JPY. Markets for the past few weeks has been a very has run into consolidation, i.e. from the 4-hour time frame and the daily time frame. And so there's some kind of a little bit of dollar strength has actually paused. What it basically we are experiencing what we call correction. You might not really understand these technologies, so you can DM me or check in the description box for link to just join my Telegram group Akrosfx community, and hit me up on any of my social media handles: Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and I'll get right back to you. Without further ado, let's quickly jump on board and look at some of the fundamentals. So already I am in Forex Factory, and in Forex Factory what we look at is what are the possible fundamentals that will drive the market this week. And here we see daylight saving time shift. Now daylight saving time shift, or DST, is basically the timing in which the globally time shifts for market participant, or market cycle, if you will, market cycle. So we see time will be changing from 7 to 8 in the London session, and 12 to 1 in the New York session, and so on and so forth. So if you look at the fundamentals, we have more of low impact fundamentals, but don't make a mistake to think that low impact does not mean news will not drive the market. In fact, multiples of low impact news accumulate to become mid impact or high impact. So if you look at on Monday, we have Bank of Japan summary of opinions came out. We have GBP M4 money supply, we have mortgage approvals, we have net lending to individuals. All these came from UK. Like I said, I'm a trader who focuses on GBP USD and GBP JPY, and sometimes gold. So my favorite two pairs that I trade, you see me trade often, day in and day out, or week in and week out, will be the GBP USD and GBP JPY. Alright. So when I go into the news, I'm basically focusing on which news will have impact on this particular pair, and I can analyze almost about 5 to 10 pairs, but you find me trade these two. Why? Because of discipline with regards to trading and becoming a consistent, profitable trader. So I stick to that. In fact, it's part of my plan or my strategy. So on Tuesday, if you come to Tuesday, we have Japan coming out with unemployment rate, retail sales. Then Euro comes in with German import prices. All these are low impact fundamentals. So be sure to filter the fundamentals based on which pair you trade, and focus on the news that is coming from this particular zone to factor into your technical analysis. If we go down all the way to Wednesday, we have ADP, non-farm employment change, coming out for USA. That is 115. So we have quite a number of news coming out, but it's not high impact. Most of them are low, and few few high impact news that will drive the market. I will be looking for news that will be coming from USA and the UK, which is the London session and the New York session. Don't trade the Asian market. That's it. Guys, watch out on all the OPEC JMMC meeting. It's very important, guys. It's very important. We can see so much swings taking place on Thursday, so it's very important. Then the all important non-farm payroll, non-farm unemployment change and unemployment rate. You see that red envelope coming from USA on the 2nd of February. It's very important, guys. You pay very critical attention to this particular news. So I'll be looking out at these particular prices. It's very important you pay attention to that. Okay, so quickly let's go to the technicals. All right. So I have two positions. One, it's hit stop loss is hit already. In cable, stop loss is already hit. Here I'm in a 4-hour time frame, but let's quickly go to the weekly time frame and see what market fed. If you remember, I predicted short last week, and here we saw market selling last week. So congratulations to those who watched and made some pay from there. If you did make some money, comment down below and let me know your thoughts and how you fed the market. So we saw last week being a very strong bearish. It's a weak one move. We saw market dip down to the price tune of 1.3670, then bounce back from there, and it closed at 1.3780. Yeah. So where is the market heading? Obviously, the market is going to sell. The market is going to sell. We're looking to sell into rallies. Basically, sell into rallies. For those of you who also bought, you also made some decent profit because market came to test a very psychological level, which is basically a broken resistance 10 support. So I don't want to really go much into it. So basically, that is it. If you come to what the day has fed, we saw Monday rallied up so quickly, but eventually closed on a bear candle. So Monday has been a short. So we can say that the high of the week is already faded. I know I'm giving some gems out. You deserve it, so take it. So we are still going to see some level of short positions in the market coming this week in cable. I would say that this high, if it comes to the 4-hour time frame, this high, I expect market to rally up, come back here again, or possibly this level before we sell. So when I use the diagonal line, the trend line, I expect market to revisit this price level, then we sell to the downside. Guys, we sell to the downside. However, it's very important we pay much attention to this particular price level. If we fail to break the zone of 1.37 and 1.3681, if this particular level fails to break, then it's going to be a bullish run. So this is how the pattern, the strategy is going to be like. It will probably come and test here, then we see an up move. However, as a trader, do not be thinking, especially when you're a newbie, don't be looking at two sides at the same time, because it's kind of confusing. You wouldn't know what market will do. The market has a way of tapping you into it to make big mistakes or losing money. So take one side of the market. In other words, where is the trend? And follow the trend. Let market falls into the trend and just boom, you hit it hard to make your profit. Alright guys, so we're looking to sell cable this week as well, even though the current price could be a long one. It could be a long one. The current price, market can basically come all the way down here, then, or basically come all the way down here, market can basically run down here, then we see an outside move this week. Until market, I will not be looking for such move because of what I'm seeing in the higher time frame, i.e. the daily time frame. So I'll be looking to short the market rather than going long, because of what I see in the higher time frame like this. I see prices trying to break down from the higher time frame all the way to this price level before we see further push up. However, we have to also respect this particular price level. As long as we don't break here, we can't come down. So we should just pay critical attention to the price of 1.3740 and 1.3670 or 73. It's very important. We have to break this particular price or this psychological zone before we move to the downside, which is here. Alright, so enough of what cable will likely wants to do basically. So in a 1 hour time frame, you can see clearly that prices could possibly come all the way back to the origin. Then we see I see prices more shortened than going long at this moment, guys. So I will not be surprised if price come back to revisit this area, then we sell, or it will continue straight away in the Asian session. So whichever happens, I will wait for New York or London session to give me some more clue before I jump on board, guys. Even though I have put in a buy position now, I may close it based on what tomorrow, based on what Asian session will provide, whether it's going to be a hit, stop loss, or TP. I may close it or keep it. So that's it. Let's go to GJ. Okay, so GJ, guys, GJ has positive correlation with cable. So it's more like whatever cable does, GJ will follow suit, or GJ does, cable will follow suit. We saw market sell in the cable this week, and which is today, but it's been kind of alright. So if you look at what cable GJ has done, we have also seen a bear day, meaning that it's a bearish day. So last week I predicted a short in the GJ market. Yes, and it's true. It closed bullish, but you could see that market went down all the way to this level before it closed bullish. So if you sold, you still have to make money. You still have to make enough money. So market ran all the way gave us about 230 pips, around 230 pips, before moving to the upside. Now, I'll be looking to short GJ, sorry. Currently, we are in this psychological price level. I would not like to buy here until I see a further move down here and buy into it. So I'll be selling, but my sell will have to wait for New York Open, London Open tomorrow to be very confident based on what market will do. So it's been a weak buy, it's been a weak sell today. However, if you flip to the 4-hour time frame, we can actually see that yes, market drove right into the psychological zone, which is 52.40 and 51.60 region, and voila, it's making its way to the downside. I'll still wait for New York London Open to sell this particular price to take a position here. I think I missed this entry. Probably if I were here, I probably would have taken it, but I missed it. So I'll wait for a pullback, then I jump on board to sell, to expect prices to drive back to this price level. So guys, cable 2 is going to be a short for me. It's going to be a short for me. Yeah, it's going to be a short for me. Even if you come to the 1-hour time frame, you can see that the market is making its way gradually to the downside. But because the overall market is a bull market, I would not be so much highly probabilistic on betting to the short side. Everything will show clear signs to go long or short, and around New York or London session tomorrow. So I'll still wait, but then based on what market is doing, I expect some distribution and reaccumulation for prices to shoot up. So I'm expecting price to fall to this level before we move up, basically, or it continue to sell all the way down here. It all depends on what data will come out tomorrow or how this will fit. Sorry guys. So what basically I'm saying that with GJ, you have to be very careful to trade between this zone, this psychological level, and here. Until we break down here, don't be selling, and until we break above here, don't be buying. Basically, that's what I'm saying. It's better to hold your hands and wait for price action to give you or direction before you make any move on cable. Okay, so having done GJ and cable, it's been a while. I talked about Euro USD. Euro USD is a very funny pair, and it's one of the pair I also look out for. So if it comes to the weekly time frame, we reached the peak of euro at 1.2338. okay, in the month of March, which is 1st March, market has been selling right from there up to now, and it is currently at a price of 1.1752. all right, now clearly you can see the market is making its way down here, and you can see I've put my trend line right here. I'm expecting 100% to move back into this origin, then possibly we move upwards. Okay, so highlighting this price level in a weekly time frame, it was a sell. It was sell last week, and it's also making its way down. So I will be very curious to sell, or I'll be looking for it. By the end of the week, I expect cable and fiber to run down to the price tune of 1.1621 or 1.1620. That is, we are almost 152 pips away from the current price market. Okay, so yeah, we can get there by the end of the week. So we come to the 4-hour time frame. I bought somewhere here last week. I was quite in profit. Market drove down to test my entry again. Instead of going long, it started testing me. By the close, before market opened, I was already in red, but it bounced back into profit, and I was supposed to liquidate, but by the time I got to office, my position has been liquidated. Stop loss got hit, but it's not much. I've managed my risk, so it doesn't hurt. So based on that, I'm expecting prices to quickly rally back. Okay, this is 4-hour time frame. If market is going to do anything, we'll probably come and test this level, but I don't expect it based on the price action I'm seeing. I do not expect price to rally all the way here before it continues its move in the daily time frame like here. I expect a quick run down. Maybe tomorrow and Wednesday, then Thursday we make a turnaround to the upside. So I'll, just like what cable is doing short, fiber will be doing similar. So that is going to be it. That is going to be it for fiber, for Euro USD. Obviously, you can see that market has rallied. It's been in bullish market since 5th October, and we have run about 6 months long position, so we expect some kind of pullback before we continue. So basically, fiber 2 is a sell, and Euro USD quickly in the weekly time frame. I've already marked some levels. in Euro USD, and Euro USD has basically also done same by running a very strong bullish, coming here, and now it is trying to make some breakdown. For Euro USD, I'll be looking for short positions. I don't expect prices to continue the bullish run. So if we come to the daily time frame, I'm expecting prices to basically get here. Alright. And you can see that market has stalled around this level, which is 129.20 region. 129.20 region. So the goal is for prices to reach here. It could get here by the close of the week, but let's see. It is what it is. The institutions can do anything. They can put in much volumes for it to get there. Sometimes it will take 2 weeks or more. When it comes to the 4-hour time frame, that's where my focus is. You see a sharp move down here, and currently market has run back into this bearish block. So expectation is to see prices move all the way from current where it is to take the lows here and make its way all the way here. So it's kind of sell in all the 4 major pairs. I'll hold on with gold. Gold has been a very stubborn. It's been consolidating for quite some time now. I was expecting a very strong bullishness following these 2 weeks bull run, but it looks like it failed to go to our target region. So it's making a turnaround, and that is how come market played in this particular zone. So the goal is, currently market is resting it just broke out today from this zone, which is 1738.97 and 1722.57. okay, and it is now out of that particular zone. Okay, so we will probably be visiting this price level. So if I'm going to do any trade in gold, I'll be selling, but I'll be very careful doing the sell, putting in sell position, because the overall market is it's a bullish run. It's a bullish run, guys. Currently, market is at the middle. It's a point of nowhere. So yeah, I need to be patient. You have to be patient in trading gold at this moment. Yeah. Last week I was expecting some quick bull run, break out this particular zone to get here before we come down or even continue. It didn't happen, and so we need to stay away from the market, from cable and from gold by this time. Alright guys, so that is my take on these 5 pairs. So GJ short, cable short, euro yen short, and fiber short. However, they might not move at the same time. The timing of these pairs are very important, guys. Until I come again your way next week or in the future, in the next video, I will say stay safe, and this time around don't be too aggressive because market has paused. Okay, market has paused. Trade safely, trade wise, and I'll catch you in the next video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and comment down below what you took from this particular video and your thoughts on the breakdown on this Monitor Mondays, and like and share, guys, so that a lot of new traders coming into the game will find this channel and also get the value for what you are basically getting as well. On to that note, is peace. I'm out.